Previously on Sailing Zatara.
Upon arriving in New Zealand, we got started on the first of many boat projects, which was removing the old broken windlass and installing a shiny new Maxwell windlass.
I tell you a story about me and you, out on the water, surrounded by the blue. They scream that only I'll be saved. They toss off the line, but I just let it float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away, float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away.
Our way 75 miles south from Opua to Whangarei. And even though it was a nasty motor sail, we easily slid right into Marsden Cove Marina, where they'll pull the boat out onto the hard deck to begin the bottom job with magic anti-foul, prop speed prop coating, and Lumitech underwater lights. I heard a nasty rumor that last night was your last night on the boat.
Yeah, I guess it was.
You think that's true? Did you just sleep your last night in the bed?
I guess it was.
Because if we go stay in a little Airbnb for the next 2 weeks, then you fly out.
Yeah, but I'm taking my blankets over there.
But you're not going to sleep in this bed, in this berth, for who knows how long.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Oh, you hurt Mommy's feelings. Oh, I think I'm going to really suffer from emptiness syndrome.
Yeah, you will.
Hey, you can see me in the reflection. That's good. Just a little foggy me.
Yeah.
Hey. You know what?
What?
I'm going to miss you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Bro, I'm literally going home with you.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, empty nest anxiety starts early.
So I just moved the boat over here to the working dock, and they're going to bring the tractor and trailer. We've never had this boat hauled with a tractor and trailer. They're going to bring the trailer and slide it underneath this boat and lift it up out of the water. We've had squalls rolling through all day long, and we just barely got on the dock. It was marginal, so you guys were gone.
I know. Well, we've got a house to stay in while the boat's up on the hard, so we had to get settled in our house.
So when they come, they'll slide that in, and we'll go over there, down the road, and over to the boatyard. And so this is, Marsden Cove's got this brand new lift, trailer lift, and supposedly it's supposed to work real good, so we'll see how that works. Alright, so Brent, what size of lift is this right here?
Okay, the lift, it's got a safe working load of 80 tonne. Vessel's up to 35 metres long, 12 metres in beam.
Right.
And around about 3.8 in draft.
So you can lift a big old boat.
Well, we can lift a big old boat.
And you drag this thing all the way through the road and across the boatyard, right?
Yeah, man. And the reason we use this type of equipment is because of the length of travel.
Right.
So if we go for a travel lift with their swing and everything else that goes on with them, travelling across the main road, it's not quite the suitable machine for it.
We're fixing to start sandblasting this. They're going to sandblast all this paint off down to the gel coat. We're going to put 3 layers of epoxy on, a barrier coat. Then we're going to thayer all that in, and then they're going to put the new Magic anti-foul back on. So we're going to be seeing what that's all about.
idea.
In the meantime, Keith chats with Chris from PropSpeed about their anti-foul product.
So we're here with Chris from PropSpeed, and we're putting PropSpeed on our running gear on the boat.
So what we're doing with Keith here today, PropSpeed's well, I want to say a new technology, but it's been around for over 20 years. What it does, it encases the wetted metal, so it's effectively an anti-foul for your running gear. So we actually call it a foul release. Now, instead of a biocide that kills anything that tries to stick, we form a slippery surface that nothing sticks to by using a silicone, a non-toxic silicone coating.
We got the do-it-yourself kit, so Keith gets the lowdown on how to properly apply the product himself, which he'll do in a few days after the whole anti-fouling is done. By Wednesday, both hulls were sandblasted completely in preparation for the next step of the bottom job, the epoxy barrier coat application.
So we've got the epoxy barrier coat being put on today. They've been using micro balloons to fill in all the blisters on the boat with this maroon looking micro balloon stuff, where they fill all that in. They're fairing all that in, and then we're going to start applying the epoxy barrier coat. They're going to put 3 coats on, 3 different colors in, and that way they can tell where they've went before. We get all the barrier coat put on in the next couple of days, and then Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday we will start putting on the Magic anti-fouling. My port side rudder had water in it, so we're taking that, they're going to strip that thing down and re-epoxy all that, cut one side of it out and get it all dried out, aired out, and seal that thing back up so that I have a good rudder, because we don't want to be without a rudder out in the ocean. We are getting the teak pulled up because we're tired of teak. Wood teak sucks. Hate it. It's dirty, nasty, can't stand it. Looks good for a little bit, but it's like that girl you meet at the bar at midnight. She was beautiful when you went home with her, but the morning you woke up,
She's a little worn.
she wasn't the beauty queen you thought. And now we're going to do that, and then we are, hopefully we're going to be putting Flexi Teak back on the boat. I haven't budgeted the dollars for that yet, but that's what we're working on. And then we are getting new canvas, new sail bag, getting the wax job, going to buff out all the stuff. Boat ought to look pretty new when we get done with it in March. Guys, today we're talking about anti-foul. So one of the main reasons we hauled the boat out here in Marston Cove Marina down here in New Zealand is because we needed anti-foul. And the bottom of the boat seemed like it was getting in rough condition. I was seeing blisters on the boat, and we needed to get it hauled out. I wanted to put copper coat on the boat, but I wasn't totally sold on it. We've had some friends do that, and we've had some other people we know do that, and they've had mixed success with that. About the time I was looking at copper coat, I mentioned that on a video. A young man from Charleston, South Carolina, named Matt Kaufman got a hold of me through our YouTube channel and said, hey, I've got a product I think you'll like. My dad developed it, and now I'm out here pushing it and developing it and trying to make it a winner for his family. What's the name of your company, Matt?
Magic anti-fouling.
Magic anti-fouling. Is it magical?
From what we've seen over the last 7 years, it's more than magical.
Matt spent the last 6 or 7 years in the world of finance and business, and he got tired of that corporate world race, and his dad had this product that he developed. He had a company that did waterproofing for companies, and he asked his son, do you want to see if you can do something with this? And Matt jumped on that and said, yeah, I'll do it. And what made you want to take this product your dad developed and run with it?
You know, Dad has always tried to get me kind of closer to the coatings industry because that's where he spent most of his life, and there were a few products he tried to get me to come alongside. You know, he sold his company and he retired, and he held on to a few of the products. Well, I wasn't excited about a lot of them. Right. But this one, he had the samples in the water, and I saw how it worked, and I mean, who wouldn't take that kind of opportunity? It's a good product. He called me up and he said, hey Keith, I'll pay for your boat to be hauled out. I'll pay for it to be sandblasted down. I'll pay for 3 coats of epoxy to be put on there, and I'll pay for my stuff to be put on there and the product. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's on me. If it does work, it's on me. But I need somebody to believe in this product, and he obviously believes in it. Though that got my attention. I mean, that's entrepreneurialism at its finest. It inspired me. It motivated me. Not that I was getting something for free, but that I love when people will go out there and risk everything for something they believe in. So Matt, this is your first venture into having it all hanging out there on the line. Yeah, I would definitely say that. I took a small entrepreneurial venture before, but never invested my own money heavily into it like this.
If this fails, it's failure. I mean, if it doesn't work on this boat and we're going to report it, how it works and how it does, what does that mean for you?
I will be very, very unhappy and back in the corporate world sitting behind a desk doing process improvement.
And that's what inspires me, and I hope it inspires you guys. I hope this is a winning thing for them and their family. Matt's a married man. He's got an 8-month pregnant wife sitting at home, and he's invested everything he has, plus some of his mom's money and some of his dad's money, in this business and this venture to make it work. Matt and his dad Rob have flown down here to New Zealand to be a part of this and to make sure it goes on right and make sure the boat's prepped right. And you guys are going to get to see it. We're going to film it going on. We film the prep of the boat. We're going to film it in the water. Matt's going to get some divers into the water while we're gone on break here in the next 3 months, and they're going to look at it. And then they're probably going to haul the boat out at the end of, when we come back down here to see what it really looks like. In a short summary, and not a technical, but in layman's terms, just quickly tell us what the process is and what you're looking for and what you're trying to accomplish here with the boat.
So we sandblasted the hull down to just clean fiberglass. Fix some blisters. After that, we put on 3 coats of barrier coat, and after that, we are putting on our stuff. Now, the barrier coat's been sprayed on. Our stuff we are going to manually roll on.
Your product's supposed to be environmentally friendly?
It is, yeah, it is. So around the world, tributylene was first banned, and you can't use that stuff in most places. And now copper is coming under the same kind of scrutiny.
Right.
Our product uses a different biocide that is approved in these regions.
So there you have it, guys. Matt and Rob flew all the way down here from Charleston, South Carolina, and we're excited for them. We're excited for the future of their company. I hope it works out well for him. You guys got to watch this, because if it works, he's going to get really rich, and I just got a bottom job, and that's all I got. I should have done better negotiating. Well, guys, I want to thank y'all for coming down, and we're looking forward to everything.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Hey there.
Way over town.
You guys leave tomorrow, Thursday.
Day after tomorrow.
Oh, look at this big nice house we have, y'all. Big old house. We actually sleep better on the boat.
I actually do.
Uh,
I don't know. I've been sleeping pretty good here.
Yeah, I sleep great here.
Yeah.
Y'all are on drugs.
Jack's got a bed that's just as soft as there is.
it's a trampoline.
Hey, speaking of trampolines, the sale guy that came out today is going to give me a price on new tramps, too.
I didn't know we needed trampolines.
I want to get a bouncy.
I want to get a bouncy one.
You can get a bouncy.
Oh, you always get a bouncy one, like in a trampoline park.
Didn't Family Circus have bouncy trampolines?
What are you doing, Anna?
I've seen
Reading.
I've seen an air trimmer.
Reading.
Food trimmer with bouncy trampoline.
She's been studying for the SAT.
Hello.
All right.
So our Lumitech lights came in. We've got mast lights, we've got some floodlights in different places, and we got bottom lights. That is what we got for lights, guys. So we're excited to get our boat upgraded for some lights. And we're going to show you how we install these, and we're going to be putting these on over the next week or two, or at least the bottom ones while the boat's out on the harbor. We may not get to all these until next season, until March, but we're definitely going to get the bottom lights on, and we'll get the mast lights on because I got a rigger coming out to do that, run the wire, because I don't like, I mean, I can go up there, but it's just easier for a rigger to run those wires. So that's that on the lighting. I want to thank Lumitech for partnering with us on this, and we're going to be looking forward to putting these on the boat.
Our next project was to remove the mainsail so Precision Sails can make a few repairs.
Put it on down.
Almost.
There we go. All right, we're good. Okay, somebody's got to get in the middle here and straighten it up.
On it. Let your foot suffer.
Okay. Put enough condoms on.
So this is the last time Anna's gonna see this room for a long time. Tomorrow we're gonna take the kitty over to some people who are gonna watch Kitty till we get back out on the boat. So Zuko will be staying with us. Anna will be all alone with her family. Well, not alone. Be with your family in Dallas. So we're gonna move Finn in here?
Yeah, Finn or Jack. Jack can move back and Finn can move there.
What if Anna comes back?
Well, then we'll rearrange.
Yeah.
Well, or just sleep in Finn's room.
No, we'll rearrange.
You mean like permanently? Oh, you're talking about permanently?
I don't know.
Me slapper.
Maybe. Oh. The generosity and kindness of our viewers is overwhelming. Al and Mark, fellow cruisers and cat lovers, offer to babysit Zuko while we go back to the U.S.
Some in the bag. I don't know how long it'll last. It should last for a few months.
Okay.
But
While Zuko gets used to his temporary boat home, Anna says goodbye.
Say goodbye.
hi, honey. I love you. Quit it. You already want to get away from me.
If you fly down, like maybe next Christmas, you'll see him again.
I know. And I'll see him weekly.
You'll see him weekly on YouTube every Thursday.
Really?
Oh,
He doesn't even care.
he knows what you're
Bye.
saying.
Bye.
Oh, bye, Zoo.
I love you.
And then she says goodbye to our longtime friends, Wiz.
I'm gonna miss y'all. You're out, huh?
Hey.
Yes. I'm gone. Run for your life. I know. I'm going away. I'm getting on that plane. I'm going bye-bye.
Never coming back to a boat.
Woo!
Meanwhile, back at the boatyard, Keith meets with Bryn Wilson regarding FlexiTeak. Jack supervises the Lumitech mast light installation, and Magic begins their anti-fouling application. The next day, Jack and Anna fly back to the U.S. while Keith inspects the results of the bottom job. Measurements are taken for the FlexiTeak that will be installed in March. And we get the holes drilled for the new Lumitech underwater lights.
Oh, we're putting lights in. We're drilling holes and getting it done.
For the underwater lights?
Big lights.
Cool.
You see it, Finn? What? All right, does it look good? It's not going to be obstructing anything? Okay.
I don't know why drilling a hole in the hull doesn't give me a good fuzzy feeling. The mounting of the lights will happen while we're gone, and Keith will do the wiring himself when we return in March.
You see it? I guess the rudder will miss that.
Oh, if your rudder comes over that far, mate, I doubt it very much.
That would be 90 degrees. It goes 45 degrees.
Yeah, it'll be mild of it.
All right. It's funny. Yeah. Here, Finn. Got these wires right here.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna look nice.
Yep.
The last project before we head back to the U.S. is the prop speed, and we all pitch in to get the surfaces prepped on the prop and the shaft so the yellow primer coat can be rolled on underneath a final silicone top coat.
that was the Prop Speed. We got it on, Miss Sarah, with Marsden Cove Boat Builders helped us, because she's the expert.
So that's going to keep the barnacles from growing on the prop, right?
It should. All right, guys, so while we're gone, they're going to finish building all the flexi teak for the boat. We've got canvas being built, because this old canvas has been nasty. New cushions being built, and the bottom paint's done. The lights are installed, and all I got to do is wire all the lights up from Lumitech, the mast lights and the underwater lights. We're still waiting on an anchor chain, because our old anchor chain wouldn't work with the new Maxwell windlass. And that's what we got going. So we are glad to be getting off the dirty boat while it's sitting on the harbor. Let's see you guys in March.